This is what traffic looks like with self-driving cars. Imagine living in a world where there are no traffic jams, no car crashes, and no time spent driving. That will save 1.2 million lives every single year from car accidents, and it'll save you the equivalent of 3 years in your lifetime. And here's the thing, huge companies like Google and Tesla are already working on this. These cars learn how to drive by themselves using something known as reinforcement learning. You can learn more about that in my article.
Reinforcement learning allows machines to learn by experimentation. Imagine learning how to walk. At first you move your legs in a certain pattern but fall down. You fall down a bunch of times, but eventually, after many different trials, you slowly learn how to move your legs in order to walk properly. Reinforcement learning uses the same principles. More formally, an agent in an environment with a specific state has a set of actions that it can perform. After performing those actions, it receives a reward which tells it how good that action was. Of course, we want to receive the highest rewards which corresponds with our objective. The Bellman equation is used to account for future rewards, as it's normally a series of actions that leads to a positive outcome. In Q-learning, we use these rewards to update Q values that tells us how good or desirable a certain state is. In deep Q-learning, instead of storing Q values, we instead use a deep neural network which allows us to approximate Q values given our state as input. Next time our agent moves through our environment, it will use the deep Q network to generate Q values for each action and take the action with the highest Q value.
Okay, that is a ton of information. And if you don't really understand what all of it means, that is completely fine. All you really need to know is that an agent slowly learns over time how to get a certain reward by taking certain tasks. It's like how humans learn in the real world.
Here's the car actually learning how to drive. It's learning how to go from the top left corner to the bottom right corner and repeating that numerous times over and over again. It receives a plus 0.1 reward whenever it gets closer to its objective, and it gets a negative 0.1 reward whenever it moves away from its objective. It also gets a plus 5 reward when it actually gets to one of the objectives, and it gets a negative 5 reward if it ever runs into any sand, which you can see me drawing on the screen right now. As you can see right now, it isn't that great, and it's actually trying to go through the sand in some of these cases, but slowly it's going to learn to go around the sand instead of going through it. Here you can see the car driving around a little bit later on in training, and as you can tell, it's gotten pretty good at getting around the sand and moving between the two corners of the map. If you guys like this video, be sure to share it with your network. Follow my Medium where you can actually read a more in-depth article on how this model actually works, and you can find more links in the description.